Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite little mixed girl back with another video, and today I have a school related video. This is for people who are going to be, sorry, there's a car. We're gonna try that again.
A few moments later.
Today we're going to be talking about what it's like going to a PWI as a student of color. A PWI, for anyone who doesn't know, is a predominantly white institution. I personally went to a PWI when I went to Santa Barbara my first year of college in the fall. Sorry, I had to think about that because, you know, I wanted to make sure I got it right. So I went to Santa Barbara my first semester of college as a freshman, and so I'm basically going to be giving you some tips on how to navigate through a PWI, my experience with it all, and yeah, just giving you some tips, so hopefully you can kind of use this as a way to decide if it's a good fit for you, or if it's a place where you can feel comfortable. As always, this is my personal experience. I don't want anyone to kind of use this as like a way to think that like I know everything. It's just kind of like my experience and what I went through. So everyone can have totally and completely different experiences than I have. This is just things that I've went through. So again, everyone's experience can be different. So right, but we're just gonna get right into this video. Make sure that you like, you comment, you subscribe, and you also click that bell button so you can see when I post new videos. And we're gonna get right into it. There's like people looking at me in this park, so we're gonna hop right into it. So going to a PWI for me was definitely a culture shock. In colleges, for the most part, you're gonna have a lot of white people unless you go to HBCU, which is a historically black college. So it's just something you kind of have to get used to. But I went to UC Santa Barbara, which is one of like the whitest college campuses ever. So it was definitely a culture shock for sure. I was not prepared for the lack of diversity for sure. I live in the Bay Area, which for people who don't know, is really diverse. So I was not used to seeing not a lot of representation when it came to culture and ethnicity and things like that. So it was definitely something different, and something like at first that didn't really bother me, but as I stayed there longer and I just like went to my classes and kept seeing, you know, the lack of diversity, it started to really mess with me. It's weird to go from being somewhere your whole life and being able to see different types of people and different cultures and learning about them, to going to a place where it's just mostly white people. So it's different, and it's something that made me really uncomfortable, to be honest, and something that I don't think I ever fully got over. So it was definitely interesting. So PWI in general, the culture is, like I said, a lot different. At UC Santa Barbara for sure, they played a lot of like EDM, they played a lot of like rave type of music, and which is really different from like Bay Area like hyphy music, like you know, going crazy and the rapping and all that. It's very different from like that for sure. So it was something that I was not used to at all. They like a lot of EDM at all the parties, basically. Like they would be fist pumping and like jumping in the air, and it was just like super weird for me. I felt like really out of place. I also felt like because I came from the Bay Area and I talked different, that I had to kind of conform to like how they speak and like say what they say, and change how I talk, because a lot of times they didn't really understand what I would be saying. I'd be like, you feel me, or something like that, and they would just look at me so confused. Just like they would look at me like I was speaking a different language. So in a way I kind of was speaking a different language because they weren't really used to it and I wasn't used to them. So it was kind of like us just trying to figure each other out. I struggled a lot with just my sense of identity, because when I went to Santa Barbara, everyone just saw me as black, which is, you know, not a negative thing, but I was so used to being seen as like black and Filipino, being seen as mixed, because in my city where I come from, like, having diverse people is the norm. And so I wasn't just the black girl or whatever, like I was the black and Filipino girl. I was seen for both of my ethnicities and my races. And so to go from that to a place where it only recognizes you as black and like sees you in a certain light without even knowing who you really are was really hard for me to kind of like wrap my head around and kind of just be used to that. It was so weird. And it was like really different and it was uncomfortable at times, but I'm kind of glad that I went through that experience just because it showed me that not every place in the world is like the Bay Area, and how just grateful I am to have grown up in a place that's so accepting of so many different races and backgrounds and ethnicities, and just being able to experience different cultures in general. So yeah, not everybody was like just welcoming or whatever, but it definitely like kind of shocked them when I would like go places, because I truly believe they'd never really seen someone like me, or they don't see a lot of people like me, especially like that I'm mixed, and I had like my mom there, so it was just like a lot of stares and a lot of looking, because especially when you're not used to seeing something and it just pops up, you're gonna look at it. So I think I was just that thing for a lot of them.
Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God, what is that?
But yeah, I didn't really know that like it was like that, like I didn't know how like not diverse it was until I actually like went on campus and went there. So please just do your research, to be honest. That's what I would say, because I didn't really do enough research. That was kind of my fault, but definitely do your research, because it will help you in the long run and you won't be as shocked as I was, for sure. As far as the classes go, I mean, college is college. At the end of the day, we're all there, so I didn't really have a lot of problems with the teachers or experience anything negative as far as that. I think most of the conflicts came from just outside of the classroom, trying to figure out where you fit in school. I stayed in the Black Scholars dorms, which were really cool, but it was literally like one little hallway. So it wasn't like, you know, we had like a big diverse group. It was kind of just really small, and they had like a Black Student Union too, which was helpful, but for the most part, like, it was kind of like fend for yourself type of thing. And like I met really good friends too, though, like of all different races. Like I had mixed friends, I had black friends, white friends, so it wasn't even just about the race part. I think it was just about finding a group of people who actually understood me and kind of understood that like I might be different from the culture that's out there, but it's really just about your personality and who you are that makes the difference. So it's just, you gotta find where you fit in, for sure, and just not feel the pressure to try to be like everyone else out there, because it's so easy to like want to be sorry, my car just moved. Want to be just like people there, because I knew I could feel myself like changing because I wanted to fit in so badly. But so yeah, so one of the main reasons that I left Santa Barbara, I just felt like overall it wasn't a good fit for me. Like I said, I could feel myself changing. At that time, I was going through an event that kind of changed my perspective on a lot of things, especially when it came to the world and race and racism. Experiencing racism out there was a huge turning point that caused me to kind of see the world in a new way, because I had never dealt with racism or dealt with people discriminating me simply because of how I looked. So it definitely took a toll on me, for sure. It was kind of messing with like my emotions a little bit, and kind of like just my mental health overall and my perception of myself, and I didn't like what it was really doing to me. And I had friends there, and they were really helpful and talked to me as much as they could have, but I think overall I needed to come back home to kind of like regroup myself and kind of get myself back to where I was, because I was not happy out there. But then again, like I said, it just kind of depends on the person. Not everyone I know had negative experiences out there, but it was just something for me that I had to come back and kind of be in a place that I felt safe and I felt able to be my old self again. So coming back home was the best decision for me, for sure. It allowed me to kind of process everything that happened to me out there, and there's always cars coming. What is going on? It kind of helped me just like process everything and be okay with what happened and grow and learn from it. You're gonna face a lot of negative things in life, but I think it's just all about how you handle them for sure. So it definitely taught me just to be more aware of my surroundings, but also be proud of who I am and not really care what other people have to say, because people are gonna have their opinions at the end of the day. It was just something that was super new to me, so obviously it was a shock. Yeah, PWIs, it's just all depending on what you're looking to gain from a school, and also just making sure that you're comfortable and what you can really handle. Do your research, make sure that you are looking up not only academics, but you're looking at the social aspect as well, because especially in college, you want to balance your time between the school and the actual like outside of school life, clubs, extracurriculars, things like that, and see where you kind of fit into the whole thing, so you can have the full experience. And kind of just enjoy your 4 years, because they're gonna fly by. Like, I'm a sophomore in college. That's crazy. A lot of people have been asking me basically where I plan to transfer after I'm done with community college this year. I'm gonna be going to San Francisco State, so I'm very excited about that. I decided to stay in the Bay Area, be close to family right now. It's weird because when you graduate from high school, you think like you're grown and you can do everything, which a lot of people can, but I'm really close to my family, and I think like being with them during this time is just super important, and really helpful to me, because ever since I've been back home, ever since I've been back home, I've been doing better in school, feel less stressed out, feel better. So just being with them right now is really good. I can always move out later. I'm only 19, so I'm not really tripping. I'm not really rushing or nothing, but I hope that just gave you some clarity, whether you're going to UC Santa Barbara, whether you're going to a PWI. Being a student of color, it's definitely an interesting journey, but just all depends on what you really want out of your college experience and what you're looking to gain. I know a lot of people that I know, people of color, have been looking into HBCUs. Those are definitely great choices as well, so just do your research. And if you're going to college, good luck. Welcome to the next 4 years of your life, you know, when we are starting our lives and trying to plan out our future. So that's really, really exciting. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure that you guys like, you comment, and you subscribe, and let me know what else you guys want to see. I'm going to be doing more videos. I just don't really know what to talk about right now, so we're just going to figure it out day by day. But I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.